everyone, my name is Shauna, in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my 2023 reading goals. These goals are going to be sort of similar to last year's goals, but there are going to be two that are slightly different. I'm going to pull open my laptop so that I can pull up the reading goals and tell you what they are. Okay, so the first goal is the goal that I'm going to have the same for every single year until the rest of my life, or until I get bored of doing this, which hopefully I won't, which is I am going to be rereading the entire Harry Potter series again in 2023. This will be my third time reading it all the way through from start to finish, although I have read Sorcerer's Stone / Philosopher's Stone like a lot more than that. Let me think. I've read it once when I was in the 3rd grade, once in 2017, once for a class, then I did the Harry Potter read alouds and I read it last year. Okay, so it'll be my 6th time rereading Sorcerer's Stone. It's the shortest one, so of course I've reread it the most. Then instead of doing like read 3 books of a certain genre, I actually have a different plan. It is still going to be read at least 3 books of something, but it isn't a genre this year. So I have realized that I do this thing where I read one book or one book series that I like by an author, then I go out and I buy as many of their books as I possibly can, and then I just like don't read the rest of the books by the author, and that's a problem, and it's a problem that I want to try and break. So I thought this year one of the goals I'm going to be doing is read at least 3 books by one of these authors that I've collected tons of their books of, but I haven't read that many of them. So I chose one of my favorite authors this year, and I've read 2 series by this author, but I collected the rest of her books and I just haven't read them, so I thought like this would be a perfect excuse to force myself to read more of her books. I say force, although I generally probably will enjoy them. So this author is Kristen Simmons. Kristen Simmons wrote the Article 5 trilogy, which is one of my favorite trilogies of all time, and she also wrote the Vale Hall series, which is another trilogy, and it is one of my favorite series of all time again. I would say like Article 5 just like slightly better, but Vale Hall is like the most unique series that I've ever read. So Kristen is the author that I'm choosing for this year, and the books of hers that I own that I haven't read yet is Pacifica, the Set Fire to the Gods duology. I forget what the second one is called. I don't remember what the second was called, but I own the second one. It has a blue cover, I can picture it. There is also Metaltown that I haven't read yet, The Glass Arrow, and she has like this short story novella, I think it's called Burned Away, that I have, and I know she's also in the process of writing another book that is going to be published within the next year or 2. So if it's published next year, I might read that one. My dog's gonna come say hi. She's really sweet. She's gonna be just chilling next to the camera, so you might see her a little bit. She might walk away. I don't know. And then I'm choosing another series and I want to finish this year, and I went back and forth about which series to choose for this because there is currently like 2 series that are like super high priority for me to finish right now, and I ended up choosing this one in particular because I believe I own the rest of the books in the series. There might be like 1 novella or something with it, I'm not sure, I have to look into that, but I know for a fact that the other series that I was considering doing just got like another book of the series, and I'm like, okay, I would like to choose one that I own all the books in the series. And the one that I'm choosing for this is His Dark Materials. This is by Philip Pullman. I read Golden Compass like 2 years ago and I really enjoyed it, and I just never got around to finishing the series even though I own the next 2 books, which is The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass. I mean, I know why I haven't finished it yet, okay? Just there's some fantasy series, specifically like high fantasy series, that are like really tough to get into. It takes work to read them, but they're really good once you read them, and The Golden Compass was like tough for me to get into because there's long chapters, lots of characters, the world is really complex, and I just need to like commit myself to finishing the series and stop putting it off, because if I put it off too long, I'm gonna completely forget everything about the first book, and then I would have to like reread the first book. So I just need to get this out of the way and finish it. So His Dark Materials is a series that I am hoping to finish in 2023, although of course I'm hoping to finish other series as well too, but His Dark Materials is like my top priority. And then I want to read at least 60 books overall, and the thing is, I read more than 60 books generally each year, but I always set my like total number of books that I want to read way less than what I know I can do, because when I get in reading slumps, they get really bad and they last 6 months to 2 years. So I always set it lower because I'm scared that I'm gonna get one of those really bad reading slumps again. So I read over 100 books in 2022, but my brain is like, hey, what if you get that reading slump? So I'm purposely setting it lower, but I'm also setting it like higher than my reading goal for like overall number of books read for 2022. So it is 5 books higher than my 2022 goal. And then the final 2 ones are the exact same as what I had in 2022. And those are, I want to read at least 5 iBooks. I get tons of free ebooks all the time, and the iBooks app on phones has like its own little, like, you can set your own goal for the year. So my goal is going to be 5 iBooks, same as last year. I have a wide variety of iBooks. I'm honestly shocked my phone has any storage left considering how many free iBooks I download all the time. But yeah, that is one of my goals, to read at least 5 iBooks. If you have any recommendations too for free iBooks, feel free to let me know, because I'm always interested in downloading more free ebooks, specifically iBooks, but like most of the time they aren't very good. So like if you have a recommendation of one that's free that's good, then let me know, because I would love to read more that are actually good that are free. Also, a lot of independent authors put their books free on the iBook store because they need more reviews, and so I'm like, I want to help them out by giving them more reviews, but it would be great if the ones that I do help out with reviews end up being really good books that I'm giving them positive attention as opposed to negative attention, you know? I'm so tired that my eyes are watering. I'm filming this in December of 2022, but you won't see it until January of 2023, but I went to Zoo Lights last night and I am so tired from that. I mean, it was fun, I'm just really tired from that. And the final goal that I have for 2023 concerning my reading is that I want to read at least 3 audiobooks. Well, listen to 3 audiobooks. I mean, it is considered reading if you listen to an audiobook, but do I call it reading an audiobook or do I call it listening an audiobook? I don't know, but anyways, I am thinking that maybe I'll finish the Circuit of Freaks series because I have 3 books in that series that I still need to finish, and I also have like a bunch of books on Audible that I just need to like finish and read. And I've also like 1-2 audiobooks on different audio like platforms, apps, so I need to read those too, like Red, White, and Royal Blue. I have that on the, oh, I forget what app it's on. I want to say it's like an audiobook app, like I want to say audiobook is in the name. But anyways, I won that one in a giveaway, and I also won One for All by Lily Lainoff in a giveaway, and I have that on Libro.fm. That doesn't sound right, but I think that's what it is. So like I have a lot of audiobooks that I can choose from, and I just need to like do it and listen to audiobooks. And I feel like a lot of times I have to force myself to listen to audiobooks, but then I really enjoy my time listening to audiobooks because I can just like listen to the story in color, and it's really nice. I'm not setting a goal this year about like I want to read all my NetGalley arcs before I request more, and the reasoning for that is because when I did that in 2022, I ended up like feeling really guilty when I requested a book. I only requested 1 before I finished all the ones I already had, and I felt like really guilty and bad about that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I failed, I'm such a failure. And I'm like, I need to be more realistic for myself and set goals that will push me, that I will be able to finish. And I felt like there's sometimes just like those gems of books that like you desperately want, and I'm like, I'm not gonna end up making myself feel bad again for requesting a book by one of my favorite authors. So yeah, that's why I don't have that one as a goal, but I am hoping to read lots and lots of arcs in 2023, especially because I have like a ton on NetGalley that I need to read, and I also have a few physical ones that I need to read. So yeah, those are all my goals for 2023 concerning my reading habits and what books I'm hoping to read. I hope that all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. I'm hoping to get back on more of a consistent uploading schedule in 2023. In case you don't know, in 2022, I had one of my dogs pass away, and there was several months when she had kidney failure and was really struggling, and that sort of made it hard to consistently upload. So I'm hoping to get better at uploading in 2023, but it may take me a little bit because I most likely will be getting another dog, because my dog Cookie that you saw earlier in the video is really lonely, and I'm probably going to be getting this other dog like in December, so I will have that other dog by the time this video is uploaded. So like if I do have the dog, I'm gonna like include a picture of the dog here. But yeah, 2023 is hopefully gonna be a really good year. I'm hopefully gonna read a lot. I know that I'm gonna take like 4 more terms of classes. I'm probably gonna be all writing in English because I'm trying to finish all of my like degree classes first before I start taking like the electives that I need and stuff. So yeah, I'm a writing an English major in case you don't know, so maybe I'll make videos on that in the future, I don't know. I have really bad imposter syndrome, so I feel like I have good advice for writing, but then when I actually like sit down to like give advice for writing, my brain is like, you are a fraud and you aren't good enough to be giving advice. So yeah, it's fun. Anyways, I should stop rambling and I should go do some other things, relax, and calm down my sore muscles from zoo lights. I hope all of you are having a great start to your 2023, and I hope all of you have a fantastic 2023. Hopefully this year is your year. Hopefully you have an amazing year. And until next time, everyone, goodbye.